think it's live. I think it is. Is it live? Can't even tell. I can't even tell if it's live. Yeah, it is. Can't even tell. All right, so a couple of people might recognize the guy on the right-hand side. It's kind of like an over-exaggerated picture, but when that particular show, not the thing that's the Devil's Ride, not that, but that guy right there, right? So my daughter and I, in the early days of what's called Gas Monkey Garage, both my daughter and I, in the beginning, we used to watch the show, and that's the painter. Okay, he's a body man. He's got his own thing happening right now, and I snapshotted that picture because, and this was years ago too. God, I don't even know how many years ago it was, but that is literally how I am feeling right now when you look at the picture that's on that left-hand side. So that guy right there on the right, that's basically me without being able to do that exact face. KGM, what's going on, guy? So I got my I got the thing up here for chat so I can at least read the chat. So who do we got here? We got Clayton, RC Clan, Sergeant J, Shade Tree, Owen. What's going on, guy? Peter and Jeremy, KGM, Casey. Right, guy. So there was something that I thought I was going to leave it alone, but I felt like I wasn't wrong, meaning like, and I still could be wrong. Again, we're literally talking about, I'm talking about this drop. I'm talking about this drop because a couple of things are bugging me about it. So, the inference is made, and I messed up. I messed up yesterday because instead of going with my gut instinct with what I was thinking, I thought I discovered a discrepancy, and technically I really didn't. So that's why I'm feeling like the guy on the right-hand side right now. That's why I'm feeling like Casey. So I'm going to try and see if I can maneuver these windows, because I think I have another window open, but I don't know where it is. So there's that, and there's that, and there's that. So I'm just going to swap things around a little bit, just so you get the idea of what's going on. I felt like that picture. I felt like that picture. I mean, I know we're right back on the same dang page, but I felt like that picture kind of embodied my kind of, I guess, feeling concerning this thing. You're going to have to bear with me because I'm still kind of doing like the side-by-side thing. So one of the big things that I picked up on yesterday was this right here. And I was thinking, oh, wow, they really did make a change in the arm. Yeah, they did. They definitely did make a change on the arm. But unfortunately, let me show you something. Now you're going to see like that. I think you're going to see like that crazy screen right now. Will you see the crazy screen? No, maybe not. So I wanted to, can I add another camera, or can I change a camera? I think I can change a camera. HD. Yeah, so I could change a camera. Don't forget, these bad boys right here, $500. We're modifying them. I'm actually going to modify this board a little bit. I came up with a couple of ideas, but see what I got here on the plate? Yeah, it works better. Take that board away. See what I have on the plate? Wow, isn't that amazing? I already have the KRATON modified arm. See? I already have the KRATON modified arm, the new arm. I already have it. I just didn't realize that I had it. Reason why I didn't realize I had it was because, because this truck had it. And this truck really didn't have it, though, did it? So when you look at this picture, this is the Outcast 8S, right? Well, this is my Outcast 8S right here. Oh, I'm not even showing the right thing. I didn't even see. I'm messing up already. How can I? Why is it still showing? How do I make that picture bigger? Do I go like that? Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. So apparently I already had the KRATON EXB arm. I just didn't realize that my my Outcast already had it. And this is what I was talking about. Where are these arms breaking? Well, at least for me, if I'm seeing things correctly, which I suspect I am, looking at all the beefiness, looking at all the strength, but the one area that they cannot fix it is where it breaks for us. So this is where I feel is part of the issue. You know what I'm saying? I already got the arms, and they already break. I think that might be what's going on here. I really do. The only thing that I couldn't do, or the only thing that I didn't do, is I didn't compare the upper arm. This is an RPM arm. So on my KRATON, if I remember right, what I did is I replaced the lower arm with an RPM, which it's actually this side, but I'm just trying to show you that it's effectively it's the same. I feel it's the same damn thing. I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't checked out any other videos. I've been too busy trying to figure this out myself. But this is RPM. I did replace this broken piece with an RPM. And how do I change the camera again? Camera. Go to here. Is that it? Yeah. So what I feel. How do I share the screen again? Yeah, like that. Pull that back up. So what I feel is that technically people are not wrong. It's a kind of like a play. It's what you call a play on words. People are not wrong if that's the case, meaning I tried to get a hold of somebody that I know has the version 1.5, but he must be busy today. Or he's finally getting some sleep. Because what I wanted to see was, okay, guy, now obviously we both have the Outcast. We should have the same exact arms. Why are the arms in the picture for that Outcast? Why are they different than this, which was on my truck? So technically that means that what? Was that like, is that picture literally not even an Outcast? Is that a photoshopped, like somehow, is that a photoshopped Outcast? Do you know what I mean? Like there's weirdnesses about, certain things. And again, I could be wrong about, it being a photo, whatever, because people are crazy when it comes to being able to do that Photoshop stuff. But I just wanted to point out that I was wrong. At least I think I am. We really don't know what we're getting. If you're getting that EXB, what is EXB? You're literally buying a chassis with bigger wheels and what else? Shocks? Bigger shock shafts? So you're buying bigger shock shafts, bigger tires. That's it. It's not the wheels. It's not even the wheels. It's the tires. So you're getting bigger tires. You're getting bigger shock shafts. The end caps are different. You're getting bigger links, you know, the upper links in the rear, the steering links in the front. But does that literally mean that and you're getting a bumper? Ooh, you're getting a bumper over the KRATON. I still feel like I'm confused. What are you really getting for your money when they show the pictures? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? I like, you guys in chat. What do you think? What do you think you're actually getting? If literally the Outcast already has the upgraded arms that are going on the KRATON, what's upgraded? So the 7075 detective guy. Well, the thing is, guy, it's like, I hate to say it, ARRMA kind of shot themselves in the foot. And again, this is only my opinion. I feel like they shot themselves in the foot with the first EXB drop, because everybody knows what was the first EXB. And it's like, they're not even like, they are calling it, you know what's funny though? You know what I wonder? Here's another thing that I'm wondering. See, I'm wondering all kinds of stuff, man. I'm not Sherlock Holmes, but I am wondering some stuff. The only reason why I'm wondering is I'm wondering on this right here. All right, so I can't remember when they came out with that little guy right there, the little 6S, the 1/8. I was trying to remember, did they have EXB like on the box? And I actually can't remember. And I was thinking to myself, did they go in and like Photoshop EXB like off of pictures? Because maybe EXP is kind of putting a bad taste in somebody's mouth. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I was comparing this to that, yes, over, if this is what I think is happening, which could be, if this is what I think is happening, yes, the arms are upgraded. They're upgraded to the Outcast arms. They want your money, right? You're buying a gimmick, right? Yeah, you never know, guy. I mean, I feel like I wanted to just bring that out only because when, we had the conversation yesterday, and is that why that says SB? Because it means small block. So, because it's funny, you can't see the SB on the other tire, or actually BB, because that would be called big block. So you can see the S right there. So it's SB would be, I'm assuming, for what they're calling small block, maybe. And then obviously, maybe they were setting it up. Maybe they were setting it up for this tire called the Copperhead 2 Big Block, because that's what they're calling these tires. So I don't know. What a disaster. See, I wish you guys could like see like what I was just doing. So I got this, right? I use a mouse and I use a touchpad to like operate stuff, okay? I had my phone on the table. I'm trying to pinch to zoom out with my phone, trying to operate the screen, my computer. I'm a mess. I'm a mess, but I'm a fun mess. So anyways, I so far, I haven't seen them update or change anything else. Like I said, the other night, things were literally happening as I was laying in bed with my blue filter on, trying to figure out, you know, what's the real difference between this. And then yesterday, late last night again, I decided I ended up, see, I don't throw this stuff away for some reason. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because that means I didn't have to grab the actual outcast. But if this is the case, if this piece right here is still the problem, then there's still a problem. So when that truck lands, like how my outcast did, actually, tires probably will help a little bit. Shocks, not so much, because the drop that broke, so the drop that broke my outcast arm was that 2.5-story drop where I and that was kind of my fault. It probably could have survived if the remote didn't have that horrible delay. You could and I slowed the footage down so everybody could hear that I actually clicked the throttle, but the reaction time between the throttle and the truck didn't coincide because there was a definite buried trigger feel because I saw with my eyes what was going to happen. And if I just could have got the wheels spinning when it landed, it probably would have just brought that front end up just enough like it did on the first jump, and everything would have been fine. But you want to, you know, it's that thing. You want to play, you got to pay. But I really, I want answers. I want definitive answers. I don't want some guy telling me, yeah, they upgraded arms when literally, no, they're not. They're just outcast stuff. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Just buy it and turn it into something ridiculous. I've only been in the hobby for a little over a year. A lot of the older stuff I missed, right? Vortex is it. Vortex is going to be a little beast, huh? Nice. Anyway, so like I said, if I kind of feel like I want to be that person. Like if I made a mistake, in which I feel like I did, that I at least want to call myself on it and say, hey, you know, after further research, I realized that without, again, like I said, that's the big negative, not having that damn truck in my hands. It's in other people's hands. And you know what I mean? What's the truth and what's not? Has anybody taken an outcast arm, whoever has these trucks, and really compared it? Because obviously the outcast, at least my outcast, had the updated arms. It doesn't have those ones. I know I'm pointing to the screen because for me it's still on there. So what I'm saying is that my outcast, why is it showing two pictures still? Do I literally have to, how do I do this? See, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, that's right, because what I did is I did application window. So this right here, make it as big as I can. Maybe I can slide it over. Yeah. So even when you look at those arms, those are not the same arms that came off of my outcast. So I think that's messed up in a way. So anyways, so I'm going to just go to here. Anybody want to jump in? I got the thing here. Invite. How do I do this? Copy to clipboard. Post over here. Paste. Bam. If somebody wants to jump in and maybe have a conversation about this, maybe you've got a KRATON. Maybe you've got the Outcast that has those arms. If you do, jump in. Let's talk about it. Because, like I said, my Outcast did not have the arms that are in that picture. It's as if that Outcast is some kind of a photoshopped mess. I don't know, man. I don't know how they could do it, but it's almost as if it's photoshopped or something. Something's up. Do you know what I'm saying? Something's up. Can I zoom into that wheel? And here I was pointing to the screen again. You can't see it. What I was trying to do is zoom into the wheel to see if the back side of that wheel. No, it actually says whatever it is. Yeah, what's going on?
What is up?
So what do you think?
I'm gonna be happy regardless because it's my first large-scale ARRMA. So
you're gonna be happy, right? I get that, but
since I don't have one already, but when the points that you're bringing up, though, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about how I feel about that because
dude, this was
be like a thing where you're just getting.
You know what I mean?
Recycled designs.
Yes.
That's kind of shady, in my opinion. If that's what's happening.
but that's what we already know that they do. I mean, look at how long people that had the 6S Outcast, the 6S KRATON EXB had to wait for their warranty diffs. Then they bring out the Mojave EXB, and then after that, they start sending out people's diffs. I felt that was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
There were so many people. So many people couldn't drive their roller just because of that. You know?
Yeah, that's messed up. It's not good business right there for sure.
Yep.
You start driving people away doing this.
Just waking up long.
Overall, I don't know. Yeah, that's it's one of them tricky ones right there. Because you know that it's like one of those things that's been done over the years by many companies, many vehicles, but I don't know. Because when you have an audience that probably already bought your RTRs before, and then you drop something like this, and it's supposed to be all these full options and everything, but it looks like it's almost the same, if not just very small tweaks to it.
Exactly. You're buying the chassis, you're buying some shock shafts, and you're buying a front bumper, and what else? Just bigger tires. That pretty much seems like that's what you're getting.
Yep. Getting ready to
chassis
this thing up.
I want to say the chassis is the biggest thing. The chassis is
that is the most. It is. It's the biggest upgrade that they're doing to it, in my opinion. Shock shafts in the chassis. I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot of huge differences.
I literally got to pin this comment. Jack H. Stop talking trash about ARRMA. Are you an ARRMA hater? No, I think I explained this. I explained this literally on the live yesterday. I said I like Chevy. I like Ford. I like Dodge. We own a Honda. I got a Jaguar. I own a Bug, so that's a VW. I mean, come on. We've had Mercury, which is Ford. I mean, I got Pontiac. I got it all, guy. So, am I a hater? No, but when something's stupid, you got to bring it out. You got to talk about it. Right.
Not an ARRMA hater.
This guy, Jack H., obviously, there's no way you know my channel, guy. If you think I'm a hater.
I bought the EXB, so.
Dude, I can't tell you how many people probably bought the Big Rock just because of how many videos I've done.
Oh, yeah. That thing is it's awesome.
Jack H., why don't you pop in there? Give us your opinion.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. That'd be cool.
I like Jack H. I like all kinds of cars. I got Kyosho, I got Team Associated. I've got Traxxas. You know what I mean?
I just finished building this piece. The MT410 going now.
Nice. Very good.
getting ready to mask up the body so I can start some painting.
Deontay, you gonna jump in? Earl, what about you, guy? Come on, the link is right there. KGM, what are you guilty of? What's KGM guilty of?
Uh-oh.
Prepare for disappointment at Sarge's RC Adventures. Oh no! I gotta tell you, you know what? I came across Sarge on one specific car, and it was his Super Baja Ray.
The Rock Ray.
Sorry. Yep, Rock Ray. And when I saw, I could literally hear, I could feel the disappointment when he launched that truck after just fixing it. And it broke. Like, he tried to brush it off like it didn't bother him. You tried to brush it off. You're like,
yeah, I was upset.
Dang. You definitely.
That truck is not easy to work on.
Yes.
It takes your time to work on that truck.
Yeah, so I just
like you spend so much time and then you get it all fixed up and you're like, take it out. You get a couple of jumps in, the small ones, and then you're like, all right, let's get some air now. And then first one you do, it's done. Just after you talk smack about it being awesome and durable and stuff,
right?
Get that jump and it breaks.
There was a it was a video that was posted by Losi, but I think they used somebody else's footage. And what I did is I screenshotted when the Super Rock Ray. Have you seen the video where it runs up on a chain link fence and does a backflip?
I think I have.
It was posted by Losi, right? It was posted by Losi.
I had to look it up.
I screenshotted and blew up on the rear axle because, and you would probably know because you've experienced it.
Yeah,
that, in my opinion, that axle broke. But the way Losi panned out, or whoever panned out of the shot, they didn't want to show the fact that it broke.
Oh, it's easy.
Dude, I took so many screenshots that there is no way a factory axle would not have broken. Deontay, there's no picture on your end, guy. It's just a black screen. Deontay, come on, Earl. Earl, splash some water in your face, guy. Let's get you on here. Deontay, are you there? I can see you there, but you're not there. It's just a black screen. There you go. Think he's coming. Wait a minute. Oh, he's driving. Don't do this and drive. I'll add you, but you shouldn't be driving. Oh, you're not driving. You're at work.
I'm not driving.
You're at work.
I'm at work. Yeah, I just wanted to give some people some information, and I think it's very, very well good information. Especially Sergeant Jay. How you doing, partner?
Good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, but I just wanted to let you know on a little secret, man.
What you got?
I would not buy that EXB if that's going to be your first one. I just recommend to you that you buy the ready to run and sell the electronics out of it if you're not trying to go with those electronics. Because you're going to make your money back and you're still going to be around that $700 and you'll still have a servo, receiver, controller. You know what I mean?
But if you already have all the parts, then it's not that big of a deal.
If you do, yeah. If you do, it's not that big of a deal, but you still can make your money back on those parts if you sell them and more. And you're still gonna have the same truck at the end of the day. Because if you think that you're gonna bend the chassis, you're going to bend the chassis on that EXB. That 70, they're getting you with that 70-75. Because that's not what people don't understand is they see 77.5 and think it's the best. That is still stamped aluminum. It's not machined.
Very true.
This one, they're point blank saying it's machined aluminum on the site. So even though it does have a stamp to it because you have to rise up your wings on the sides, and obviously for that what is it? Doesn't the front have a slight cup kick too?
Yeah, they have to have a kick or it's not going to drive right.
Right.
They might say it is, but it'll be the ultimate test when we see somebody bend that chassis like a pancake. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
there you go, right there.
But Deontay, what's
for a fact I'm not
your
gonna bend
opinion
the
on the arms?
The arms are identical
Yeah, identical to what?
to Outcast 8S.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. And you see that they don't. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
And you see that they know that the arms are like glass.
Yep.
Okay, so what they would have done is, being a company that they are, they're gonna fix the big things and they're gonna smash it in your face like, bam, here we go, look at this. They didn't do that with the arms. They're not gonna hide it and say, you'll see for yourself. You know what I mean? That's not what they're gonna do with it. Just like they do with the chassis. All the chassis were bending. So they were like, oh, we got a 70-75 chassis. Look at this beautiful etched chassis. You know what I mean? They would have did that for the arms.
I think the thing that's kind of it's frustrating is that even when I was doing my research the other night, and then when I went onto the website, and I got kind of swindled myself, only because here I am basing PDF information. Then all of a sudden I thought I discovered on their photo that they really did upgrade the arms, and I didn't take my outcast arm and look at it, even though I said I should check it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's a play on words. Are they upgraded? Yes, they are upgraded, but they're not upgraded like I think what we're thinking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not upgraded to that point.
Right. They're just taking the outcast ones and tossing them on and saying, "Hey, upgrade."
Yep.
Well, they kind of saved themselves, because I never seen them say, hey, upgrade.
Yeah. Well, people are. I guess the one video I saw, somebody was pointing to that fact. The arms are thicker. They're beefier. Yes, over the stock originals. You're right. Because it's not a Kraton arm. It's an outcast arm. You know?
Yep, you're absolutely right, man. But another thing is, I was really mad that they released it. I was absolutely like, I can't believe ARRMA did this. This is the stupidest thing they ever did. But after watching CCXRC Tony tell us about, or had Jason on there, he said all these cars were all supposed to be released last year.
Right.
So all last year's stuff. So they're gonna release all this stuff that they had from last year, and they're gonna have to do the other stuff that they have.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, it makes sense. So this is that ARRMA EXB was old news. That was last year's, you know what I'm saying, car. So I'm like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. They got to get rid of those first to do the other ones, and whatever the case may be. So I wasn't quite as mad, but that's still, at the end of the day, I'm not getting it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to. There's no point.
Yeah.
And then when it comes down to shop, change 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter makes a huge difference. It does.
Yes.
But when it comes to that, I don't think it's going to make a difference. So what
that's what I'm hoping to find out. Will it make a difference?
I don't think it is. That's why
I'm taking the opposite step that you are. You're very well informed. But I am actually on that other side, and I'm saying that out of the box, just for me, and there's a guy over here with a black hat with some writing on there. He's going to say something the exact opposite. He's going to probably be along with you. I'm along the lines of, I actually think they might have it now, but discovering this, it's still going to have an inherent issue. Earl's here. What's going on, guy?
What's up, Earl?
What I was going to do, though, is go with
How's
the
it
Rover
going?
10 minutes.
Just waking up.
Did you splash some water in your face? The girl's on a delay.
Yeah, I saw the video on those roving shocks. I'm doing some light jumps with it. I mean, other than the shocks hitting the drive shafts, I mean, they look good.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna go ahead and just do that instead, and go to 10 millimeters and never have to think about it again. If you bend 10 millimeters, there's something wrong
Oh yeah.
geometry wise and not shocks wise. You know what I mean? The geometry, and people already said that geometry. Like that's why you're bending them, is the geometry of the shocks. They're too far off compared to like the X Max. They're more straight up and down, and that's why you never have serious issues with the X Max shocks. You know what I mean? If you do, it's the shock cap, not the shock shaft. I mean, so
just so everybody knows, most likely everybody else that's on the screen, they cannot see chat. So Dustin is saying, "What's going on, Earl?" Lauren is Earl. Lauren is saying, "I'm not the only one who has Diet Coke for breakfast."
No.
he said, "RC knowledge is flowing now."
Yeah.
You know, here my biggest thing. Everybody knows my issue with the KRATON. You know, I went M2C everything because of Deontay. Deontay's like, Earl, you want a bulletproof RC? This is the way you build it, and I did. And guess what? It won't break a chassis. It's just I can't keep a control arm on the thing,
right?
Or a shock from bending. You know, so it becomes not fun. You know,
and you even went with M2C shock shafts.
See, like now, for me, if I was to get the RTR version and sell electronics and get some other stuff, I would still end up going down the path that Earl went because I just like the M2C stuff anyway. So I'd probably end up dumping a crap load of money into it regardless. So I'm just going to start with the EXB and go from there and see what happens.
Yeah, and that's the issue. When you go this heavy, you're not going to be able to keep a control arm on it.
That's true.
And that's why going back to stock for me and lighter, and that's why I brought out my stock one, it might be a better way.
Especially seeing
that's why the Outcast lasts so much longer.
Right. A little bit. It's lighter. It's a little bit easier on the arm, but they still break.
It's lighter, but not by very much.
Right.
It's more of the more close compactness, you know what I mean?
It's 24 by 24 footprint.
Exactly.
Yeah, but lighter compared to M2C. When you fully built a KRATON compared to a stock Outcast, I mean, man, that's a huge difference.
Right.
In weight.
And when you know Duper Bash and them start putting all that stuff on there, and their stuff is so heavy, but they're sitting here sending it farther than everybody. And supposedly they're not breaking. I'm like, there's something that they're not showing. There has to be. I want to see an unedited video.
Me too. Yeah.
It's right. It's the jump after jump after jump that they show. And I think Frank Sluga was giving me a hard time about the Big Rock, the last video I just did. Frank Sluga's always giving me a hard time, but he goes, "Boy, it must be it must be hard to edit out all the repairs you're doing on the Big Rock after every jump that you do." And I'm like, "Yeah, guy." And you got to see the comment that I gave him. I don't know if I shared it with you, Earl, but my comment was perfect to him. It was just funny. So it's like, how many times is Rich or RC Dude or whoever the other guys are that are really sending it? How many times are they going to their tailgate and replacing the whole pile of arms that they have?
And we know it's happening. You know how we know it's happening? Because Tony CCXRC admitted it was happening on the ARRMA video with the LMT drop in those differentials breaking.
Right.
So you know it's happening out there. If I would have known, you know, about the axles up front, I still would have bought the RC, you know? But don't hide the truth.
Rich kept saying, "Oh, I finally broke an arm after 5 months, my first arm," and I'm like, "There's no way,
right?
There's no way you're lasting that long off them arms." And
or we're all doing something wrong.
Well, that would mean that he's, you know what I mean, that there's a perfection in driving.
Rich
and
has a secret sauce.
You just, I don't even see how it's possible, because for maybe every 5 good jumps that I have, there's one that's just not what I expected the truck to do, and is no recovery.
No,
you know,
it doesn't have the wheel speed.
Right.
Well, I look at it like this. This is what my plan was. Is I'm going to California and I will run with Rich Duperbash, and we're going to see in person what happens and how it goes down. You know what I mean? If he breaks those arms in front of me.
Right.
And I'm gonna say what it is. He broke a lot of arms. He did this, he did that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Give the arms a sniff test.
Uh-oh.
See if they're soaked in WD-40.
For 2 weeks.
Right.
But yeah, I gotta get out of here, man. My phone's about to die on me. I gotta get back to
All right, Deontay. See you later.
Hey, Deontay, thanks for the insight. Appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh-oh. I might be slowing everything down here.
KGM, what's going on, guy?
What is up?
Yeah, this is a
My
weird
connection's trash.
So is mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was kind of disappointed that I didn't happen to notice that, and I should have taken the time to grab the arm and give it a check, because they're not I mean, they're not being deceptive if they're saying it's an upgraded arm, because it kind of is. It's upgraded over the original.
Well, I mean, how come they didn't announce the 1.5 KRATON when they upgraded all that stuff?
That's why I called you at it was like 5 o'clock in the morning for you. You were snoozing because I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Your Outcast has the same arms that I do, right?
Yeah.
With
See,
with the bumps.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it has to be, because ARRMA's online picture, it's not these arms for the Outcast.
See, the original one doesn't. These RCs are too big.
We need to call up Jason Dearden and ask him what's
Right.
going on.
Let's see. Can I flip this thing? I don't think so.
Just turn it around.
Yeah. Let me get. It's just so big. So I don't really see any bump on the KRATON arms.
No, so you've got the regular original arms. Is that the back? That's the back, though, right?
That's the back.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's the back.
All right. So yeah, you have the regular arms and is that your 1.5?
Yep, that's the 1.5.
Okay. So they're technically not being deceptive by saying it's got different arms, because it does, but it still has the issue.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, because I have the 1.0, the 1.5. This is going to be what, the 1.3 now?
3/4, yes.
They're gonna change one little piece every time, and change the title of it and call it something else, and we're gonna pay for it.
When your Outcast arm broke, did it break at the hinge pin like this?
Yes, it did.
Okay. And that's where the issue is. So now, if you've got a slightly heavier truck,
we all know that the arm is over flexing, and the little ears where you would normally have the grub screw to stop it, they don't have that.
Right.
So it over flexes and lands funny, and then it snaps it off at the pin because it just can't bend that way. And then it bends the shock shaft because everything's loose.
Yeah.
So it's just overextending. And then the rear shock shafts are bending because it overextends and they're shorter.
Yeah.
So we know why they're bending. It's just, how do you fix that?
Right.
You can't put a stronger arm and fix that issue.
No.
You can't make it thick enough around that pin to stop it from breaking that way.
You run out of room. There's no room for
the
it.
diff, everything else is there. And if you make it thicker, it's going to limit your droop even more because now you have too much material in the way. So it's going to break even faster.
Yep.
So until you fix the droop issue, and maybe that's how they fixed it with shorter shock shafts, and they're just calling them thicker shock shafts. Maybe they are shorter. I don't know.
I think from what I saw, it looked like the only difference was the thickness of the shaft. So it's a thicker shaft. And the piston is also thicker.
But is it shorter? Is it shorter?
Visually, what's so weird is when I put them like kind of side by side visually, it actually looks like the new one is only longer. I think because the I lost the word. The eyelet, the end cap, the end piece, I think is because it's beefier. I think it just gives that visual appearance that it's a bigger shock, but I don't think it is.
Yeah. See,
shock
and that's the problem with going off pictures, because what ARRMA does a lot of times, they reuse the picture and just change the number below it and call it a different part number.
Yes.
So we could be looking at the same picture even though it is different.
Yep.
You know, because they didn't announce the 1.5 drop. They just fixed the issues, threw it out there, and didn't say anything. And people were buying the same RC that was repaired with a better remote, a better receiver, a brace in the back, a upper brace, a center brace. Everything was changed. And I didn't want to believe it. That's why a month later I ran out and bought it. And I paid a lot of money for it.
Right. And you overpaid so you could get it in your hands.
Yes, because it was in the middle of COVID and nobody wanted to do in-person deliveries.
Right.
So I ended up paying a bunch of money for that thing just to see for myself if the video I watched on it was true.
Right.
Because I thought somebody did it themselves. I didn't think ARRMA would do this to their consumers and then not send out all those parts for the original buyers.
Right.
They send all this stuff to the guys that paid, because it's the same money. It's not like they upped the price or anything. It literally was the same price. You know, $8.90.
And for all those people that had the version 1 that bent their chassis because it didn't have all those revisions, they ended up buying new chassis. It's like, because they wouldn't warranty it. You know, it's like, man, that is kind of a little fun.
ARRMA, our Horizon Hobby, does that warranty thing. Well, nobody else is bending chassis. Well, guy, you know, it just got released a week ago. Give it time. You're gonna see some chassis bending. And they're like, nope, all our testing shows that nothing bent. What testing? They're testing and sending it to some YouTubers.
Kind of almost sounds like Traxxas. Yeah, we've never heard of an issue with our rear hubs.
Right. Yeah, and the good thing about Traxxas hasn't changed the X-Max. They haven't done a revision on it.
Nothing.
They don't have a problem.
Come on, my first pack and my bearings blow out. Come on.
Yeah.
That wasn't that hard.
And we all know that those bearings fail. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Right. That was your first words to me. Those were your first words to me. If you buy the X-Max,
if you're gonna buy it, buy these parts because
buy the RPM hubs and bearings. But don't buy the front ones.
Yeah, don't buy the front ones.
Don't buy those front ones.
Don't jump it over 2 feet.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
So I just wanted to jump on because I got the 8th scale EXB, and you know, you buy the roller, then you're spending at least 2 bills for your electronics. You know, I got the max.
That's at a minimum because ESC and motors 2 bills, and then
exactly, and then
servo and
I put a 444 reefs for a steering servo in there, so there's another $100 there. So you know,
and the radio.
Yeah, it was like $910 somewhere in there with tax and everything for, you know, just to get this thing going, not including the battery packs, which, you know, you can tack that price on any other model you have. And then you get
What about your radio?
well, I'm running a GT3B for Fly Sky, so like
Right.
that was
So you already had it.
yeah. So and then you know
And
you
that's
go
the
out
thing.
twice.
People don't add in the cost because they have the radio.
Right. So then you go out, you put 1 pack through it, maybe 2 packs through it, and then you're blowing a rear diff. The first time I put in my warranty claim, they sent me shims and new gears, you know, brand new RC, and you want me to put my own parts back into it? Just send me the whole new diff. And then go out, put another 2 packs through it. They don't give you any directions how they want you to properly shim it. They just give you all the parts, you know, and then you blow it again. Then I had to wait another 3 months for the new rear end that they sent me, new diff, the whole assembly.
Well, you were lucky then. If you got yours within 3 months, I think, what was it, 6 months for you and I, Earl?
Yeah, but you got to remember, it took them a month to get the shims or whatever. So he's about the same.
They had to get the Mojave out first.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that they really know what they're doing a whole lot with this EXB. You know, they just put a title on it, a new gimmick. They expect people to put a bunch of money out for it, and then you know, they really don't want to stand behind the warranties half the time. It was like pulling teeth to get the warranty the first time.
That's where I am.
2
like
hours
I
on the
said,
phone.
I'm on right, exactly. I'm on that other side. We're hoping that this time, labeling it the EXB, did they fix it enough? It's just this is what's got me worried right here. This is the only thing that has me worried about that. Did they fix it enough to be able to make people feel a little bit better? Man, I hope so. I really do.
I mean, Guy, you know, they can't fix it enough. I M2C'd out a crate, and the arms still break. So there's no fixing that issue unless they redesign the RC.
Yeah.
So we're all going to be breaking arms. We break them on the Outcast too. So it's the same breakage every time.
Yeah.
And until that RC is redesigned, not just slapping an EXB sticker on it, pulling out the electronics so that it buys ARRMA some time for you to put it together, to run it, to break it, because that's all that's going to happen.
Yep.
Is it's going to be a month before anybody's out there really trashing on this thing. And then
my opinion,
you're
it's
3,000-4,000. All the EXBs are going to be sold out, and they're
it's
all
really
gonna
hurt them if they do that. If that's what happens with their big bad boy, it's gonna hurt.
Well, who else do we have? We don't have Traxxas. Traxxas ain't making anything.
Right.
I mean, all we have is ARRMA right now. All we have is Horizon, I should say, because we have no other person.
Well, we got the brushless Mad Van.
I built mine the other day, so I mean it's in pieces now.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as everybody out there buys an EXB Kraton and you own a Big Rock, you'll be okay. Or you own
this
an
is
X-Max.
this is what my EXB Kraton looks like right now.
Potts car.
I don't drive it.
Yeah.
I don't. It's a Potts car. Exactly. That's it. That's sad.
You know, yeah. You don't have to tell me. Here's my parts car right here.
Right. It looks like it's collecting dust.
It's collecting dust.
Now, do you think that they upgraded the hexes at all between here and now? You know, stripping out are those hexes going to strip out the rims like on the 8th scale one, or does anybody think that
I don't think they had hex issues on the 5th scale. I think it was just for that particular Kraton.
The 6th scale, yeah.
Yeah, M2C actually, right now, M2C, I believe, has the part made that's going to fix that Kraton hex. I believe right now he's got it in his hand.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that Rich and the other guy are testing it out.
So since those arms break so much on the Kraton, is there an option? Is there RPM or is there something else? Soak them in WD. Is there something we can do? Or should I just stock up on a crap load of arms?
Don't talk about RPM around Earl.
Hey, I plead the fifth. I can't answer this one because
Come on.
yes.
Is there anybody?
I mean, here's the thing: whether you buy RPM or you buy the factory arm, you're gonna be buying another set. RPM is not gonna warranty these parts for you. RPM in their lifetime warranty is a bunch of BS. Yeah. Because if you jump that truck over 2 feet, it's now considered you're abusing the RC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how they get out of the warranty. So
basically, it sounds like what
RPM is hard. You're going to break RPM in the same spot that you're breaking the factory ones, and the factory ones actually last longer because you're not bending the shock shaft as fast because the arm's not so flimsy. So
is there a way that maybe we can adapt the Traxxas HD arms onto the the Traxxas HD arms onto the Kraton and the Outcast? Is there a way to do that?
Hey, if you want a bulletproof RC, you take that ARRMA body and you put it on top of an X Max and go have fun.
Yep.
There you go.
And that has a lot of truth kind of behind it. And I mean, Earl's got a couple, and there's a bunch of people out there that absolutely thrash their X Maxes. Unfortunately, for me, I don't have that experience yet, so I can't talk about it.
And we know that there's something going on because remember, Traxxas lost their motor supplier. They're an ESC company. They lost their motor supplier, so they had to find a new vendor. So they had to find that. Now we're ending up with motor slop in there. Me and Guy already proved that. It's eating up gears. We know that. We already knew the bearing issue before that. So I feel bad for everybody buying a new X-Max right now because they have motor issues. And the motor issues is causing the gears to get eaten up.
Yeah.
You know, I showed it in my second purchase, my orange one, is that there's a lot of slop in that motor. Brand new. Yeah. And that sucks.
And there's $1,000 right there too. You know,
I sold that system.
Well, it's not $1,000 to buy a motor. Come on.
Well, no, I mean, but for you're buying a new RC, you're expecting it to last, you know, without the slop and everything.
See, here we go again. The EXB, we were talking about whatever, $700 for the roller. I paid $750 for my X-Max at the hobby shop. Walked in, dropped $750 cash. They're not $1,000 right now. I mean, if you go online, you're gonna pay $750 for a used one. Because people are hyping it up. Walk into your hobby shop and order an X-Max, you're not going to pay over $800 for it.
It depends
$800, and then you're going to buy a motor. A motor's $100 bucks.
It depends upon where your hobby shop is, I guess.
Right, exactly. I mean, West Coast it might be different than here on the East Coast. I walked in last week and they had them on the shelf for $899, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's full list. You know,
I overpaid. That's why I
give everybody the number to my hobby shop. Call them up.
I overpaid mine.
Because they can give you 15% off of list price. Every hobby shop can legally without being reprimanded by Traxxas.
Yeah.
So I look for those deals because the deals are out there. Hobby shops want to move the RCs. They're still making $200 off the RC, selling to you at $750.
Right.
So, and maybe buy the motor and ESC with it. Do a bigger purchase. If you continue to buy from your local hobby shop, find a good hobby shop, and get a record with them, they're going to take care of you. And I'm not saying every shop because I have 3 around me that I can't even use. I have to drive an hour away to a hobby shop.
Right.
So
and sometimes
I understand the issues.
Yeah.
I understand the issues. You know, and like I said, I overpaid for a 1.5 Kraton. I paid $200 more than list price for that RC. But an X-Max is an old item. You know, it's not new. So people have them sitting in hobby shops that are collecting dust. If you go to the popular hobby shops, they're just going to sell it to you at list. Find a little mom and pop store. That's the best thing I could say. Even if you have to order it.
Yep.
But $750 is what I paid, and that's what I keep telling people. Don't pay more than $800.
Yep.
And then buy a Max 6 and a good motor combo. Throw it in there, and you should be okay for a little while until the bearings go out.
Yep. Drive it until you start blowing up your spur gears. Once you blow up your spur gears, check your motor.
That's the motor.
See if you got motor slop. And then go ahead and replace your motor. Yep. Max 6 it. Yep. Because hopefully by that time
I'd say do it before. I'd say do it before you blow out your gears, because I ended up bending my cush drive.
Yes.
Thinking, I just put DGM gears and fix it. But I ended up bending the cush drive. Now I have another issue.
Yep.
So, but I mean, lesson learned. We learned, and that's why me and Guy do all this weird stuff by pulling. I pulled RCs apart just to check them with mics and differential gauges and all this equipment that we have to try to find out what the issue is. And we brought it to everybody, but nobody wants to believe it.
Yep.
You know, so, and the whole banter with the Big Rock and the X-Max, I think it's a great thing. RC Guy Garage truly believes in that little Big Rock. And I'm a believer in it too. I recommend it. I recommend it for Christmas.
The little Big Rock that could.
That thing's ridiculous. I mean,
the little Big Rock that could.
You look at all the steel gears, everything in the rear diffs on the Kraton and the Outcast, everything's all steel, the Mojave steel. Then you go into the Big Rock, really every piece on that except for the bolts and screws are plastic.
Right.
Chassis, everything's plastic. And that thing holds up to whatever you can throw at it,
What are those for?
Yeah.
Earl's got some gear munchers right there.
Yep. I got metal gears for the little Big Rock. I got some better shocks for the Big Rock. I mean, I'm ready to. I'm ready to.
I need to get some of those gears.
My Big Rock. So, yeah. Most definitely.
I know I'm gonna blow out.
I haven't even pulled it apart.
The spur gear soon.
They're bad.
See, even Earl believes in. He knows. He knows. It's a good little truck.
Yeah,
I know David deserves some money just like Goliath does over
right.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end this live. I wanted to just say, I kind of made a mistake yesterday, not realizing it's kind of a mistake, but not. I think we're just getting outcast arms. So, and not what the picture shows on the website, which is kind of a little weird, I think. I don't know. Was there a version 1 Outcast? 8S? I don't remember that. Why are the arms different in the picture?
Well, I know I have a version 2 Outcast because mine came leaking right out of the box. So
because you just had oil
everything. I had oil everywhere.
Yep. All right.
And I'm still waiting for those warranty, by the way.
Mike Jernak, thank you for that super chat. Definitely appreciate that. So we got Ryan Dalton, RC Speed, Andrew, Dennis, Captain Flannel, Integrity, Mitchell's RC, Paul Clancy, Dennis, Bernard, Tim, ERRC, Mahurricane, Harry King, whole bunch of people in chat. Earl.
Take it easy, guys.
Sergeant J and KGM. Thank you guys for jumping into the live. And we will definitely catch you guys later.
Go Bills.
There you go. All right. Everybody in chat, we'll see you later. Right. What are you going to pick? Are you going to pick one of those Kraton EXBs up? I don't know. Are you going to do it? I know, sir. I know, Sergeant. He just took off because he was scared. He's doing it. I think he's already got the.
He's ordering one.
Right. So, all
I'll
right, guys. We're gonna end this right here. RC Guy
All
Garage
right,
out.
thanks, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
See you.